Okay.
You go.
You may not be my father, Javi, but you are a great dad. Please, walk away. I don't want you to see this.
Okay.
Bye, Javi.
Bye, buddy. I love you.
I love you too. I'll say hi to Mariana for you.
That's sad, man. Is that it? Dark Victory. 3 days later. Ooh. Eleanor. Oh, it's Kate. This actually look like real people. Is it David? Oh, Gabe.
I'm glad
no.
you helped me, Javi. But I can't stop wondering how things might be different if you hadn't. Maybe Gabe wouldn't be with Mariana right now. They deserve better, Javi.
I thought they'd be safe.
Gabe, Mariana.
This wasn't our fault. This was David.
It was all of us.
Usually the quiet scares me.
What about now?
There's a lot of work to be done. The herd could come back. Still, though, I feel more calm here than I ever did in an old van on streets with no streetlights. We earned this, Javi. We earned feeling calm in the quiet.
That's the victory.
Let's start a family. You and me.
Clem.
A fresh start. What do you say? I think it'd be good for us.
You're on. Let's start a family.
You don't think it's selfish? It's not the safest world outside of Richmond. Or inside it, truth be told.
So long as I got you, I'm not too worried about it.
We'll be up there before we know it.
Better do something worthwhile in the meantime.
I know what we can do. I wanted to say nothing, but I felt like she was going to take that as rejection. Really, I just wouldn't be thinking about that right at that moment, but I probably would be willing to do that soon. See ya. Hey, Jesus.
Heading out?
Yes, indeed. We came here to put an end to the raiding. Looks like that's been done. Glad we got it settled. Gotta move on.
I gotta admit, man, you're a fucking badass.
You're a real charmer. You know that? Through and through.
Oh, you know what they say. Takes one to know one.
That they do. I was worried about you, Javi. About who you are inside. You helped save these people, though. That goes a long way for me. Second chances are in short supply these days. That's what this place can be, if you let it. Trust me, though. Life within walls is a hell of a lot different than life on the road. Don't take shortcuts like Joan. You gotta do the right thing. Always. Good days, and especially bad.
I agree.
Absolutely. The right thing. No matter what.
Good to hear. I read people pretty well. Little gift of mine. You're a capable guy, Javi. Change is in the air here. You can lead that change, and I think you should. For the better. God knows this town could use it.
You know what? I'm gonna step up. Lead this place in the right direction.
Then as far as I'm concerned, Richmond's in much better hands than it was. Be vigilant. Trouble never stays too
I mean, if they
far
want me. Hey, Clem.
So you're out of here too, huh?
Yeah. It's time.
No.
I have to find AJ, Javi. I've waited so long. But could you do me one last favor before I leave?
Come back, though. Or let me help you.
I used to do this for my niece.
That's nice of you.
She thought I was terrible at it.
Were you?
Not your business.
I have to see AJ, Javi. I have to see that he's okay.
I want to come with
He
you.
remembers me?
Yes.
At least a little? Maybe?
Who could forget you, Clem? No one who knew you, I guarantee it.
Yeah, maybe. Everyone told us he was better off. After everything that's happened, I'm starting to think they're right. I don't know if I was a good mom or not.
Dude,
I can't
it's the
stop thinking
apocalypse.
about it. I really wish I could.
Did you love him?
With all of my heart.
And of course you were.
You tried to keep him safe. It's the apocalypse. Like, there's
He
not.
told me you used to play baseball.
I did. I loved it.
He told me you fucked it all up, too.
Yep. Sure did.
Well, you survived,
I had to.
but you loved it. How do you survive that? How? If you really loved it, how?
You get back out there and find something better.
There may not be something better out there.
You won't know until you step outside.
I couldn't tell if that said less makes you better or stronger or loss makes you stronger.
All done.
I think it was loss.
Well, how's it look?
You know what? I'll grab your hat. I remember this team. Your dad ever teach you about baseball?
No, not really.
Well, you come back, and I'll tell you all about it.
It's a deal. If I bring AJ back with me, will you teach him too?
Yep. Even B? No, bring him.
You bet. He belongs with you, Clementine. Bring him back.
I don't know. See what his situation is like. If he's doing better over there. But that's probably it. Oh. Bye, clown. And that's it. Your experience with David was dysfunctional. You accepted David's hand after he punched you on the night your father died. Oh, you tried to leave Richmond without David. In his time of need, you distanced yourself from David. How did I distance myself from him? I don't know. Your experience with Kate was loving. You kissed Kate in the junkyard. You supported Kate's plan to escape Richmond. You told Kate you wanted a future with her. You told Kate you wanted to start a family with her. Yeah, I pretty much did everything that Kate wanted me to do. Your experience with Gabe was safety first. You upset Gabe by not staying in the trailer for the night. Oh, you told Gabe the truth about his neighborhood friend. You helped Kate save Richmond before going after Gabe. You gave a bitten Gabe your gun so he could prevent himself from turning. I like this. This was very character driven, I like that. Your New Frontier story. You reassured Tripp by promising you wouldn't cause trouble in Prescott. Then you went behind Tripp's back to get to the junkyard sooner. Oh yeah. In the end, Tripp saved your life on the overpass despite you not choosing him to be saved. Yeah, he was a good dude. Eleanor. You took Eleanor up on her offer to sneak away on horses in the junkyard. Then Eleanor leaked your plan to incite resistance against Joan. But you forgave Eleanor for betraying you to Joan. Yeah, because she had a good heart. Ava. Clementine took Ava on her offer to meet up and join the New Frontier. I wonder what happens if you say no. Because she had already said she was New Frontier at that point. And then you convinced Ava to help you after she caught you and Gabe stealing guns. Finally, you picked Ava to live, but Joan shot her to teach you a lesson. Fucking evil. Lingard. Clementine ignored Lingard's medical advice regarding AJ. Then you gave Lingard a lethal injection, and Lingard told you AJ's location shortly before dying. I wonder what happens if he doesn't do that. Probably Clementine just kills him. And then he tells her anyway. Conrad. You coached Francine through Conrad's poker game. Then, when Gabe threatened Conrad, you convinced your nephew to lower his gun. Later, you shot Conrad at the tunnel after he threatened Gabe's life. I really wonder what happens if you don't shoot him. Jesus. When you met him, you trusted Jesus and didn't bind his hands. Then you promised Jesus to always do the right thing in helping Richmond survive. Lastly, you promised Jesus he would help lead Richmond. Joan, question mark? Oh, we don't know if she's dead or not. You told Joan the New Frontier was to blame for Mariana's death. Then you brought Max to expose Joan to the Richmond Council. Currently, Joan's whereabouts are unknown. Clint kicked you out of Richmond for stealing gas. Fucking dumb. Then you took Clint's deal and spared Joan's life. Finally, David shot Clint on stage after you agreed to Clint's deal. The hell? Did you stand with David on the ledge? You and 92% of players stepped up to help David. That surprises me. I was really close to saying no. I was really close to saying no. I almost did a couple times because I just didn't trust him. Like, you know, I cared about him, but I didn't trust him like that. The only reason why I actually did do that is because I thought about how at that point he still like wanted, I felt like he wasn't gonna push me off because then like everyone would have just fucking hated him, and I felt like he still didn't want that to happen. So I trusted him because I didn't think he would do that. What did you say to David about Kate? You and 53.6% of players confessed your love for Kate. 26.3% of players came clean about your relationship with Kate. 15.9% of players denied having a relationship with Kate but David didn't believe you. 2.2% of players said nothing. Interesting. I thought it was the right thing to do to tell him. I felt like it was fucked up the way she did it. Like, she just walks over and kisses me, like, after saying she's done with him. Like, it was just a way to piss him off. Did you fight David back? You and 36.5% of players fought back as David took his anger out on you. I was okay with him punching me. Once he, like, took out the fucking metal bar, I was like, no, I'm not gonna let this guy fucking fuck my face up. So that's when it was just self-defense mode. Alright, did you go after Gabe or go with Kate? You had 64.1% of players went with Kate and sealed the Richmond breach. 35.9% of players didn't. So the reason why I did that, I felt like I didn't agree with Kate when she was like, no, he wanted to go with David. Because at that point, David was like trying to kill me, and Gabe wasn't cool with it. So I thought David actually kidnapped Gabe at that point. So I wanted to go after him. The reason why I didn't first, there's a few reasons. One, I felt like he was safe with David. Like, my only concern was like that we wouldn't be able to find them. But I didn't feel like David was going to kill him or anything. So I trusted David to at least keep him safe while we did the Richmond thing. Also, Kate was going to do Richmond regardless. I didn't want to leave her alone. Also, I felt an obligation too to help the Richland people. Or not an obligation, I just wanted to. I just wanted to help them. And I wanted to save that community because I also felt like it'd be a good place for us. So that's why I didn't think about the herd. I didn't think that they would be like going into danger. I kind of felt like with the truck they would have been okay, but I guess he crashed or something, and I still don't exactly know what happened there. I guess David maybe got bit and so Gabe shot him. I don't know. And then it looked like Gabe's arm was like chewed off. I don't know why we didn't cut it off, but whatever. Did Clementine come along with you? After the fight with David, Clementine teamed up with you and 46.7% of players. Interesting. I didn't know. Maybe. Interesting. I didn't know that she did that. Or, I mean, I didn't know that that was a thing. What I want to make sure is they had all these, like, relationships. Did they not have one with Clem? Experience with Gabe, Kate, David. Nope, guess they don't have one with Clem. But I guess she must have liked me if she chose to go with me. Your Clementine became a reformed loner. Clementine and AJ traveled solo through dangerous territory, fighting off walkers and barely surviving. In her short time with the New Frontier, Clem showed hope and grace, trusting in others, but looking out for AJ first and foremost. When Javi and David fought at the water tower, Clem remembered a similar fight long ago at a snow-covered rest stop. She took a carefully placed shot to stop David's violence without killing him. Interesting. Once David left in the truck with Gabe, Clem realized that splitting up was unacceptably dangerous. She went along with Javi to save the person he chose. So a reformed loner, huh? Clem. There is going to be another season, so I guess this is probably setting up that. It's going to be the last season, too. See, I wouldn't do that. I would just run around them. Now you're just bringing noise.
I'm gonna find you, AJ.
I'm a little bit disappointed that it looks like Clementine's continued story is going to be about AJ. I get Clementine's care for AJ. I personally don't care about AJ that much. I mean, as far as like, I care about him as far as like him being a baby, but I don't really have like an emotional attachment to him. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks for those of you who did watch. I did get some viewers this time doing the whole YouTube broadcast thing. No one really stayed, but that's okay. I just do this for fun. This game was really good. I like it better than Season 2. Not as good as Season 1, but it was a good game. I enjoyed it a lot, and it was definitely way better than Season 2. And I feel like the writing was fantastic, and the characters were fantastic, and also I like how much it was character driven. Hopefully whoever wrote this writes the next one, because I do think that they did a really good job. I felt like the last episode was a little weak compared to like the other ones. Like every other episode, especially 2, 3, and 4, I thought were really good. Especially 3 and 4. Those were probably my favorites. But the last episode, I felt like David could have been handled better. Just like how he died. I don't know. It would have made sense for Gabe to die that way. Because it kind of gives you a consequence for not going after him. But I felt like that was almost a little bit of a throwaway death for David. Felt like maybe there should have been a way for him to be redeemed or killed, or I don't know. It kind of sucks. You finally get to that climax where he learns about you, you have your fight, and then he just goes and dies. I thought he could have been handled better. I thought Tripp could have been handled better. That was kind of a classic throwaway death. Eleanor, I don't know why she just didn't come with us. I don't know. But I loved the whole Kate thing. And I loved everything coming up towards this. It was kind of cool of them showing you like a perspective of the whole Shane, Rick, Lori thing, but where you're kind of Shane, only you could, it's kind of the opposite, where you're the good guy and David's the controlling bad guy. So anyway, it was cool. Peace.